Hi all, Jessie B. Scrapbook came back with another process video, and this layout is going to be a little different. I've already cut all the paper into this like paper kit inspired by a Pinterest layout that I will show here in a second. Here is some of the cutouts I used with my die cut machine, circles, stars, flowers. And then the pictures are of my daughter and our dog Gwen, and we went to the river. And so these are just some of the pictures I took that day. And yeah, I really like them. So we'll do these. And yeah, let's do a summer layout. Alright, so here is the pin that I am using as inspiration. I really like how it looks. So I am going to take and put all the pictures onto a blue border all the way around them. And I do the two pictures of my daughter, a full border, and then the picture of our puppy, she ends up not quite big enough, but I just piece it together, and then you don't even see the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. But that's okay. There's a border all the way around. I was seeing if there was one a little bit bigger than the other, but they were same size. So I'm just using my guillotine cutter here to add the border, and then that little piece I cut off works perfect for adding it onto the bottom here. So get this all trimmed up, and then I have all three pictures backed with some blue border, and then I am going to start laying them out how I want them. I do end up I'm trimming up the stripes for the background, and I totally forget to lay them down before I lay the pictures down, but it's okay. I fix it pretty easy. But I just thought that was funny. Okay, so this is just a piece of cardstock that I am putting over this gutted out blue paper. It's a thinner paper, but the cardstock's nice and thick, so it works. And I love the color. It kind of reminds me of sand. And it's almost the same color Gwen is, too. And then I'm going to get the pictures laid out right here. This is where I say I forget to add the stripes. Now, in the background of the inspiration piece, I do believe it's like a piece of yellow paper with the striped paper on each side of it. I don't add that yellow paper. I am just going to add the striped yellow paper and the blue gingham paper. And I really do like the way it looks. And then they also have the striped paper go all the way down to the bottom. And mine would do that, but I end up cutting fishtail banners in the bottom of it. And oh my goodness, did I actually put one paper on the top and one paper on the top of the or bottom of the border? Huh. That is going to annoy me, and I have to go fix that. Yes, for sure. So anyway, we'll just try to ignore that through this video. And I'm just adding the gingham fishtail banner into the center between the two striped papers. And I think that looks really cute. I'm just kind of using this piece of scrap paper to line that up. It's not perfect, but it looks good. Can't tell that it's been cut in half. And then here's where I decide to add a fishtail banner to the bottom of this striped paper. And I just think that looks really nice that way. Like I said, I will fix the top of it. I'm just going to cut it off and have them both down low. I think that will work perfect. So now I'm going to add in all the stars, circles, and flowers. So now following the example piece that I took down for right this second. I'm just using the different colors and shapes generally in the same spots that they did, and using the flowers as a guide to make my own flowers, and I just think it turned out really cute. I think it's a digital, what do you call it? Digital layout that we're looking at, the inspiration pieces, because they all have shadows underneath of them. And when I do my digital scrapbooking, you can add that shadow to give it all that dimension. And I'm thinking that's what this is. Um, but I could have popped these up onto some foam to give different dimension. But my album for 2022 is getting very, very thick. So I'm trying not to use a lot of dimension anymore. And so I'm going to do fake dimension, and I'll show you that at the end here. But so I'm just kind of laying down all the circles as my base, and then I'm going to start adding the stars and flowers over top of them. And here's another one of the flowers, and I will come in for centers. I'll use something else for the centers of the flowers. And then they have these adorable little like water splashes, and I don't have any of those, but I figured this little flower kind of looks like a water splash, especially if you add a little highlight to it. So I'm just adding those in. I'm going to add another star in the sand colored paper that's in the background, and I think that works out really well. It's the only thing I cut out in that color, but I'm putting it up in these stars where you just see a whole bunch of circles, and I like how it looks. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a white gel pen, and I'm going to trace everything. After I make this little circle here that I thought it needed this little more to go all the way to the end, so I just punch out this little orange circle. And now I'm going to grab the gel pen, and I'm tracing everything. So the stars, the flowers, the circles, everything is getting a very sketchy white line. You can see it really well in person. It shows up, of course, a lot better on the blue in the camera. But yeah, I'm going to trace everything. I did put like little highlights on the blue flower to make it look more like water droplets. So they just kind of, that's what it reminds me of. And I even put white lines on the yellow, which, like I said, it doesn't really show up really well on camera, but in person you do see it. And then I'm going to grab my sequences, and I'm going to use an orange sequence in the center of each of the flowers, and I'm using my Elmer's adhesive, what is it called? Something bond, craft bond. And so I'm using that to add in these little sequences in the center of the flowers. And then I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to grab my blue here in a second and add 3 blue sequences in 3 different spots. So 9 blue sequences, just to have that pop of blue. Kind of makes me think of water droplets or something. And I'm just putting them where in a kind of a triangle form, and just to give it a little bit more of a pop with the gold sequences or orange sequences that I have on there as well. So I do that, and then I'm going to cut off the edges. Oh, I'm going to write the date. And then I'm going to cut off the star and the circle that hang over the edge, and then this layout's done. I think it turned out really good. It definitely, I can see where I got my inspiration when I look at it, and I really like whoever made that original, which I couldn't find any name, but here it is. I hope you like it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Bye.